welcome to the You Can Call Me Jim podcast, the only podcast where Pot of Greed is a certified and legal card to be used.
Don't listen to Will.
I'm here today with David, James, Sean, and Sean's cousin. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Hello, I am Sean's cousin. That's about it.
Do you want to be called anything in specific, or is your first name okay?
My first name's good. My name's Dylan. I prefer to be called that than Sean 3 or Sean's cousin. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, cousin.
Dude. Okay, so if you guys are wondering why the audio sounds so weird and probably so bad, it's because we are doing this with the magic of Discord right now. So I am recording a phone call between us 5 podcasters.
Yeah, so far the audio quality might not be the best, but it's still audio quality. Maybe that'll be good for people who want to listen to podcasts. I don't know.
Yeah, so what I was going to say here is it's better to do this than have nothing, because we recorded 2 episodes of Season 2 and then we kind of fell off for a month. So having it on Discord will hopefully allow us to do more stuff, right? That's the idea, at least.
Well, I mean, kind of I
think that recording this episode will actually incredibly boost us. Everyone knows popular YouTuber Corey Kenshin and how he takes huge breaks from YouTube, and when he comes back, he's like #1 in the algorithm. Maybe we'll be like that.
We're all very busy.
Yeah.
On that note, Sean, what have you been doing?
Will he ever come back, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Will he ever come back?
Hold on, guys. We need to make a special introduction for James, the one, the only, the fabled. We've mentioned it many times on the podcast, but he's never been a part of it. Anyways, hi, James. How are you doing?
Who's James? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, never mind.
No.
I think he was
James.
One of us is going for an
I'm Sean 1.5.
Okay, so, I don't know who this guy is. Let's get him out of here.
Jack,
wait. Guys, I'm actually James. I was just trying. Okay.
No message.
James. Welcome to the You Can Call Me Sean podcast. I'm your host, Sean. With me is the other 4 Seans.
We should, the Sean multiverse. Speaking of multiverse, I just watched Deadpool 3 yesterday, and it was okay.
I watched it 2 days ago, I believe. I might be getting that wrong, but I believe it was one of the best movies I've seen from the last 2 years.
I haven't seen it.
I remember watching.
I've never really been that big into like superhero movies.
Yeah,
but like, this is Deadpool.
The reason that I wasn't as big of a fan of it, to me, is like it felt more like a Marvel movie and less like a Deadpool movie, and I'm kind of done with the whole Marvel multiverse stuff. It's gotten so complicated where if you don't watch like a dozen hours worth of film before seeing this new movie, you're not really going to know everything that's going on.
They even make several jokes about that exact point.
I know. That's one of the only redeeming qualities to me about those movies, is that they're very self-aware and they're kind of ironic, which to me needs to be there because those movies have gotten kind of ridiculous at this point.
Yeah. I feel like even some of the multiversal variants that they're making of certain characters are also a bit overboard. Plus, sometimes they take a specific variant and then they overly push them. Like, instead of making a new idea for Captain America, they just keep pushing Captain Carter in everything. They just announced a new comic book run featuring Captain Carter again.
Honestly, I think we need to axe the whole MCU and replace it with puppetry.
Exactly! We gotta bring back Harry Potter Puppet Pals.
I literally have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
Me too.
Well, maybe you start knowing.
So...
We need a guy for, like, our podcast who will just pull up a clip if we need a clip. I feel like that would be really beneficial. Yes, I'm referencing the frickin' Joe Rogan podcast of all things.
Well,
and if there's one thing I know,
is our arch nemesis. You can't just be referencing him again. This is the 2nd episode in a row.
I'm not the person who referenced him last episode, was I? I don't even watch his podcast.
I think it was me last time.
Maybe not.
So you shouldn't be talking then.
Well, here's the deal. How are we going to discuss the plans to defeat our arch nemesis without, referencing him.
That's a good point.
He's clearly doing something right. We just got to figure out what that is and then do it differently.
We should
And
all
being
shave
bald
our heads and be bald, yeah.
What should our code name be for him?
Welcome to the You Can Call Me Bald Pod. Oh my god, I cannot speak, but you get the joke.
Yeah.
James, what did you say?
What should our code name be for him?
For who?
Joe.
Well, we can't call him by his name. We gotta,
That's a good question. Guys, present your best ideas in the comments.
Yeah, code name for
most
Joe
liked
Rogan.
idea in comments. Most liked idea in the comments will be what we call Joe Rogan from now on.
Yes. No matter what it is,
I
I'll
agree
say it
with
and
this.
record myself saying it.
Unless if it's a racial slur, we will not be saying racial slurs.
Oh, hold on now.
will
We
not
need
be-
that retention, don't we?
We will not be saying anything offensive.
No, we'll keep it PG.
Yeah.
Unless we don't. Then Sean has to edit it, which is really funny because the idea
Well,
of him working.
you have to remember, maybe, I feel like PG is like the best we can do, but like, you gotta remember, certain people watch this podcast. I'm thinking about my math teacher. Anyways.
Hello, math teacher. Oh, something I did want to talk about. There was a certain devoted fan who did go out of their way to try and find the secret episode using the method we provided them. And they brought up a good point about the fact that you can actually do it because the capitals in the link that we provided, like we don't specify capitals, so it could literally be like 100,000 different combinations.
Sean, please enlighten me and the rest of everyone watching what exactly we did to kind of leak that almost.
If you go to episode 5, you will find out.
Okay, yeah. So
Link to
watch episode 5
below.
Yep. I love when you say that type of stuff, Sean, because you're the one who edits these, so it just gives you more work to do.
Yeah, I usually do it though.
Yeah.
Unless
it's like episode 2, it's good like a month to publish.
Yeah. That was
He's a
my
busy
bad
man.
guess.
We're running. Speaking of which, do we want to talk a little bit about that?
Talk about what?
URNC.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going back to the micronations topic?
Dude,
We
this
should
is just like episode 2 last time.
No way.
This guy, I tell you.
Can we keep this trend up where every season 2 episode references a season 1 episode?
That sounds like... Sure.
Okay.
It's more of an accidental thing, and it somehow happens.
It might happen
It's an
next time.
accidental.
Nah.
We'll see what happens next time, alright? How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Anyway.
natural, that's why.
How are you guys going to describe this URNC? The audience doesn't even know what a URNC is. Why don't you explain?
Alright, so the
Really rinsing, never contact. That's what it's
Disregard everything Sean 1.5 says.
I don't know. So we're just better, right? We're kind of all each like pinnacle examples of the peak human creation, and so we decided that we can make our own government better than any other man could, and so we have a perfect example of democracy with not a single flaw. There has never been a single typo or issue with the Constitution of any kind.
Never.
I just hope you know that he's being completely satirical right now.
I object.
Mods will ban will.
What?
Okay.
Will
In
be
Bob's house.
permanently kicked from the podcast and will be cast into a volcano.
Sean is the only one that has the
No,
power to
don't
keep
turn me
everyone
into
on the podcast.
You're gonna meet Carson.
Carson is still engulfed in 1,000-degree magma as we speak.
No, he's ruling Yugoslavia, remember?
Oh, never mind. I forgot about that part.
I thought he was trapped in the gym.
Well, Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore, so can't technically anyone rule it?
I mean, I guess you can declare yourself the king of nothing, but like, why would you?
Hey, is
Or
that
you
another
can just
Metallica
name
reference?
Or you can just create
Yeah,
a nation and name it
here's
Yugoslavia
Metallica.
just for fun.
I immediately thought of Metallica when he said "King of Nothing."
You can't just say that, James.
We have
Fortnite.
Dude,
Okay,
copyright
guys from
gonna get us.
Fortnite.
we get around that. Let's say, you know that early to still relevant metal band that started with the kind of the weird Danish guy, and then the tall dude with the hair, and the drunk guy, and the guy no one knows about anymore, and then they replaced that drunk guy with
a massive collaboration with that one popular game.
2-week period.
Yeah. Guys, don't you just love Iron Alaka and I don't know, whatever the other thing. The bit's kind of
You realize Iron is a metal, right?
What?
Iron is a metal.
Yeah.
No, iron is the metal, Will. How did you even ask that question?
I don't know. Zinc is kind of cool. You can make alloys out of it.
No. Okay, but like, no, you guys are wrong. Silver's right there.
All right, guys, let's take a minute. Let's discuss our arguments for what do you think the best metal is, starting now. Sean, why don't you go first? We'll go in order of the grid on
tungsten. It's so dense and it's great. 10 out of 10.
Kind of like cake. The denser the metal, the better.
Exactly. Dylan, what's your favorite metal?
Because it's brown.
What?
Copper. Because it's
copper.
brown.
That is a good, and it's in mining and crafting game.
It is. It's like the most useless resource ever.
No, trust me, they're gonna make it useful in the next update.
They keep adding things just to try to make it useful, but it's not.
I
They
don't
keep
think
trying.
it ever will be. Mojang,
Copper
if
is
you're
just
listening,
boring for me. Like,
what?
I used to mine everything in that game, but like every time I see copper, I just get actually disappointed.
I know, I want to mine around it.
In Minecraft?
No!
Yeah,
You didn't say... James.
Damn.
I never got the memo that we... No, guys, hear me out. I never got the memo that we can't say those names.
We're on
can't
YouTube.
say
No one ever told me this.
They will kill us.
We're gonna get
it's like a
copyright
running-
struck.
It's kind of like
They will
bowling.
monetize our lives.
Not James.
Like that one Blocky game.
Yeah, just like
Yeah. Yeah, I don't play that game anymore because when I do it, my Game Station 6 has a mental breakdown.
Game Station 6.
That sounds like something in The Sims.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nope, they come for us, and I'm actually genuinely scared of EA. After what I've told, oh
You
boy.
did not just say
you
two-letter
just
gaming
guys-
company.
okay,
Well, you don't
I think
like
we all
AE.
need to take a pause for the cause here. We are saying way too many brand names, and we are gonna die.
All right, guys,
And
no more brand names.
also,
For future.
no one ever asked me what my favorite metal was.
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't
James,
get
what's
to
your favorite
Will
metal?
or David yet. So, James, you go first because you're my favorite.
So, I think my favorite metal, I think it has to go to titanium. Like, I haven't heard anyone mention it, but it's like, it's a great metal, you know, it's so strong, and, you know, it has a cool name.
It just sounds strong.
It does.
Like titanium.
Yeah, exactly.
It
James,
sounds
good
cool when you're
opinion.
4 years old, but it's not really used in much.
Yeah, you're right. Will, what about you?
Will, what?
Okay, if we're naming metals here, does it have to be a metal from the periodic table?
No, I guess it can be an alloy or some sort.
I mean, if we are only going off of the periodic table, I would say bismuth.
That's a good pick.
However, if we are going off of, you know, even like other versions, I would say pyrite purely because of how cool it is.
Pirates, we need to.
You know,
So, for reference, bismuth is the really colorful and really oddly shaped one, and pyrite is it's also known as fool's gold. It's an iron sulfide, and it looked like a bunch of cubes.
I just realized that uranium is a metal, guys. I wanna change my answer. I like uranium.
You're right.
I'm not good at elements.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, my favorite metal is uranium.
What, David?
I said, anyways, guys, my favorite metal is uranium. It's not, though. That's like a basic pick. Honestly, my favorite metal is aluminum because it tastes the best.
Okay, buddy. No. That's not a valid answer. I don't
You
accept
angered
that.
the
Pick another.
chemist.
I just think it's funny how uranium can be considered a basic element just because everyone likes to mention it.
Aluminum is more basic than uranium.
Yeah, but it's cool like that.
Aluminum is hardly even a metal.
No.
What do you mean aluminum? It's metal. Have you even seen it?
It has a lot of
metal
properties.
I was actually lying. I realized what my favorite metal is. I completely forgot about sodium metal. By far the best. You can cut it with a butter knife.
And also it explodes.
It sounds really weak.
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to get a block of sodium and spread it on a piece of toast like butter.
Why? And then eat it?
There's that one metal. I think it's like gallium. It's like, I think it melts at room temperature.
Yeah, but like, metal is cool because it's more realistic.
Nah.
Okay.
If you ever run out of butter and you need to throw a party, just grab a block of sodium metal and paint it yellow or something.
Or better yet, just grab a thing of mercury.
That will kill everyone.
I'm about to break
party.
Each thing of this episode is whack.
Let me go on a side tangent here real quick. So we all know the noble gas radon, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I just am wondering how much radon is in my lungs right now. Because my house is like really old and it doesn't have a radon like filter in the basement or whatever. So
you can probably get one.
Oh yeah, James,
probably. But
I've been stealing your radon and using it for science projects.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think I'm
You're safe, don't worry.
I think I'm kind of glad that
Anyways,
that's in your basement, James.
Yeah. But that's what my PS5 is.
What?
It's
That's where my James Station 6 is.
That's better.
I want to call it that now,
Somebody
James
doesn't-
Station.
Yeah.
James Station.
Come on, guys.
So what games are on the game station?
Let's see. Field of Battle.
I was trying to say conflict area or something like that.
Conflict area.
Or like conflict.
Red Unalive Revenge.
Oh my god.
We got some thunder outside.
I wonder if the mic picked up.
I just felt that.
I felt that.
I'm in Luzerne right now.
What are you doing
Sure.
in Luzerne?
Yeah, that was just a big thunderstruck.
So my James Station has Arachnid Human 2.
Nice.
Okay.
It also has Arachnid Human 1 and Arachnid Human the other one.
Okay.
So many arachnid
I see what you're
humans.
saying.
I can't wait for the DLC for Arachnid Human 2.
Not James.
This is a side tangent. Arachnid Human 2 has had the worst handling I've seen for a game lately, especially in the Arachnid Human franchise.
I don't play.
That's all I'm going to say. For reference, Arachnid Human 1 had the DLC release over the course of 3 months. Arachnid Human 2 does not have any DLC available yet, and the game was heavily rushed.
I see.
There's so much cut content.
I just realized we
But
have
anyways,
2 like brand new people on the podcast. So I'm just gonna turn the floor over to James. James, I know you've been here before, kind of, but I just wanted to ask you if there's anything in particular you'd like to discuss.
You guys read any good books lately?
Actually, I have
What's
been.
a good book?
I've read this one
Tell
book
me about
called.
it.
I read this one book called the Good.
I'm
Sorry, I should have said that. the Good Gatsby.
Yeah. We all read that. Yeah.
It is a beautiful book.
Yeah.
The Good Gatsby is a beautiful book about a closeted man trying to find love with a dude who works in stocks.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. I remember.
I wasn't
I remember
super
watching the
fond of
movie and
that
everything.
book, but it was alright, I guess.
David,
Yeah.
you had Miss.
Wait,
We had
no,
the-
whoa,
we had the same English
whoa.
We had the same English teacher.
Well,
We
you
did.
We had
can't
the
just
same
go
English
around and
teacher.
say that. We can't just dox people at
Yeah.
times.
Oh, I'm outside again. By
I've
the way.
already. I did it once. But
You did it in the secret episode. Did you actually say that
Yeah.
person's name?
no,
Okay, good job.
because I forgot. But anyways, we had the same English teacher. So, what did you think of the movie of that? Like, did you think it was a good translation from book to movie?
Yes,
No.
actually, I really love the movie. In fact, me and some friends are planning on getting together and doing a fan dub of it if we have the ability to. Unfortunately, I think the movie is only available on Jungle
Amazon.
Prime.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the movie was okay at best at adapting the book, but I actually really, really like the movie and like the style that they did it in.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was nice. They were just so weird. Parts that were kind of weird, but
Like the story's pretty same, but they're kind of very different. But I actually really like what the movie did with it, and the music too. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but then I kind of got into it, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually really good."
Well, actually, the
But
music,
also-
I feel, is the part that really makes it confusing, because the movie takes place in the same time as the book, but the music is more modern.
Yeah. I kind of
That's
can put it in that mindset though that they're trying to establish there. It helps kind of because music from from that era isn't really going to be relevant to our kind of ideas and stuff. So by using kind of a modern influence of music, it kind of helps us to get into the right mindset without having something like lost in translation of like the past 100 years, basically.
I mean, I guess I could understand that. But if we're talking about ideas, the book, of course, has different ideas compared to the ones from modern day. It's always going to happen. Some things are going to get lost in translation if you're sticking to the original material.
Yeah.
Times are always changing. You can't stop that. And when
Yes, I
times
can watch
change, oh crap, he's right.
David, no.
times change,
David, no, not the
ideas
flow of
also
time.
change.
But, I read this really good book, which I got from my local library, which will not be named. It was called The Sun Does Shine, and I really liked it. It was definitely a journey. I'm not going to go too much into it because it's a lot, but I definitely recommend everyone checks it out from undisclosed library, very close to my hometown.
Is it what, like Credence Public Library?
What? You did not just name drop it, did you?
I didn't. I used a similar sounding word that does not mean the same thing at all.
Okay.
Kendall's Public Library?
Candle.
Cathedrals.
Handle public.
Hey,
library.
hey guys, you want to know what I'm staring at right now?
What?
So, I'm staring at old U.S. history work on my floor.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. It's just there.
Is it staring back?
Are you planning on...
Work on the
Are you
floor.
From all the
from-
times I had to clean out my folder. No, I mean, the year's over.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that didn't
that's the
stop
thing.
you. You see, for our viewers out there, James messaged us in the chat saying that he did an argument essay from a 2022 big test for fun because he was bored.
Based.
Yeah, that's what it's to do. James needs a psychic
What did
bell.
you say?
I said
It's not the
No.
same thing.
Why not? You don't want to write an argument essay?
What?
Who doesn't want to write an argument essay?
Oh, I like arguing but like pointless crap. Like, I don't know. Sean, argue with me about something stupid. Go.
I don't think we should I think we should, take the time, go out of our way to destroy all the hydrogen in the universe.
I don't think so because breathing is kind of neat.
We don't need hydrogen to breathe.
What? You don't
You still
breathe
breathe?
hydrogen.
All right, then. If you don't think we need hydrogen to breathe, I'd like to see you do it without it. Go
Well,
prove
I
me
mean,
wrong, Sean.
If all of it disappeared at once now, that would kind of suck. But if we destroyed it by, out of our own, like, with our own hands, that we could, like, become accustomed to life without it, you know?
What is water?
You realize that you need oxygen to breathe.
Well, hydrogen, I'm not saying destroy all the hydrogen. I'm just saying, like, all the independent hydrogen molecules, I want all of them gone. H2O.
Or better yet,
Wait,
Why?
better yet, we can
What's
just
hydrogen
take...
do?
but you just want to
Actually,
get fillers?
hydrogen is a very important element.
It's literally
So
like
that would disrupt a lot.
It was supposed to be
I
a
think
stupid
that we should at
argument.
least... I
It
think we
is.
should at least take a chunk of hydrogen and find some way to convert it into the non-renewable element of helium.
Can we make solid hydrogen and then sell it?
Yeah.
Actually, wouldn't it be like impossible? Because hydrogen atoms can also come from like decay, which is like always like nuclear decay, which is like
wait, we
always
can-
ongoing.
Hey, where
So-
make solid hydrogen?
What? What did you say?
We force the decay of water, breaking down the hydrogen and oxygen molecules, and make solid hydrogen. Oh wait, isn't this have to do with something with like bases and stuff, like acids and bases?
No.
No.
I'm talking about nuclear decay.
Oh, okay. Because I was talking about forcing hydrogen and oxygen in a water molecule to split and make solid hydrogen somehow.
What?
Like do it at an extremely low temperature. Like, can you like make like super crazy ice and then like split the hydrogen and oxygen from that?
I think you need a particle accelerator, but it might be possible.
Mine's not even done yet.
So, what if instead of, like, molecules nuclear decaying, we, like, humans did that?
We just decayed slowly. We didn't die. We just like you wake up and like half of your molecules are gone.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just float away at some point?
Well, I mean, each cell in your body, you know, is replaced. I forgot how often, but I know
Depends on
it's
it.
like you're not the same you as you were when you were a while
That
ago,
is true.
technically.
Okay.
I actually keep up my old cell jar, so I am the same me.
Just like an
Okay.
empty skin, David. But,
Oh god.
we've been recording for about 27 minutes now. I want to wrap things up soon. But first, I wanted to turn the floor over to Dylan. I know you've been looking forward to being on the podcast for a little while now. Is there anything in particular you wanted to talk about?
Hi. I wasn't prepared for this. Mr. Beast got canceled.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. I've seen a video, and the title is just "I worked for Mr. Beast. He's
I've
a
seen
fraud,"
that so
and I
many
haven't
times,
watched
dude.
it yet.
It's
Okay,
bugging
the
me.
thing
Yeah.
is, one of Mr. Beast's employees actually came out and spoke on the situation, debunking most of the stuff that was said in that video.
Yeah, I mean, people always have that comes out, and like, look, when you've got something like Mr. Beast that's so big, like, obviously not but like some of the stuff I saw was crazy. But I don't know. For me, it's like I have a hard time believing any of that because I see so many of those videos being like, "Oh, Mr. Beast is done. Mr. Beast got canceled." Blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and it's all the same crap over and over and over again. So I'm like, I don't even follow it. It's like it's not worth the time for me. I don't really watch Mr. Beast a lot. I mean, I kind of watch it from the sidelines because it's, you know, the biggest YouTuber ever, so it's kind of cool to see what that equals. But for me, it's like, why should I care? You know what I mean? It's just another quick way to grab money. When the biggest YouTuber on the platform has any sort of controversy, everyone is immediately going to jump to, make it the big thing and stuff to make money from that. And it doesn't really seem to be that much of an issue with me. Like, obviously the stuff with some of the stuff happening, that's a big issue. But a lot of the other, like, Mr. Beast, like, related stuff, that to me doesn't seem like a big issue.
Now, do you guys want to know a really goofy current world event that happened?
What's up?
Yeah.
Harry, creator of Harry's Mod, got a DMCA strike from the creator of Funny Toilet Animation.
That's
Really?
Really bad.
Yeah, it was an actual DMCA strike because of the assets.
I have
But,
no
like,
faith in that.
not only did Funny Toilet Animation guy not make the assets, neither did Harry from Harry's Mod.
True.
Wow.
It was
What's
created by Funny help me out here. Help me name the corporation that made the assets.
I don't know.
Piston.
Piston. It was made by Piston.
Oh.
And Abe was his. I hope that like Abe Oldall comes down and like brings the hammer down on everyone.
I just kind of want to see where this DMCA is going to go from here. Is the creator of toilet animation going to actually try and hit Piston with a strike or something?
I don't know.
I know it's like incredibly unbelievable, but I also found out that there are copyrights on funny toilet animation, like actual copyrights.
Yeah.
We live in a society, guys.
Be really fun if what do you call Jakety Sink got completely wiped from the internet and all the brain rot 4-year-olds like ceased to exist instantly, like, or just had a mental breakdown. Because I've been around some kids, and when you take away the internet or the tablet or whatever, oh boy, it's rough. It'll be like when Obi-Wan like felt everyone die on Endor. Oh shoot, Alderaan, and it'll be like it'll be like that, except it'll just be hundreds of thousands of kids instantly being just crying.
Yeah. So
That's other airplanes walking babies.
what?
Whenever you're on a plane, there's a whole ton of babies crying. I've been on a couple, and like I can't imagine like even more babies than that crying.
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
So
You're right. You're right. Because of funny toilet animation, less babies have been crying on planes. If we removed funny toilet animation, they don't have anything to look up on their iPads.
No,
Honestly, I think
they
it should.
definitely do.
We don't need it.
No, guys, this comes with a price. We are going to make their brains rot out of their head.
Yes.
They're already screwed.
If we keep this up.
No, James, you're missing the point. If everyone from the next generation is completely brain dead, then we can all stay in power until we're dead.
That's
But then what happens afterwards?
yeah.
We're already dead. We just make the money and we get out of there.
You can't do anything with the money when you're dead. When you're dead, David.
I don't care. I'll be dead.
Base.
Okay.
So I know that this whole funny.
We should have left
toilet-
this man president.
What?
I'm currently standing and I got a metal chair and I just saw lightning in this. Am I going to move? No. It'd be really funny if I died right now. That would be an amazing way to end my life, just on YouTube, getting electrocuted.
It's gonna be like the
Oh, that was
the
loud.
Paul person situation where I'm in
that
the Japanese forest. I can't post this to YouTube, David.
I want you to know that if these are my last words, you better upload that and you better tag me in it.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
So
Well, it's been half an hour, if not more. Maybe we should try and wrap it up now.
there's one thing I wanted to talk about, other than the toilet animation of brain rot magicness. I wanted to talk about probably the most important, or the most, how do I put this? The strangest act of political violence closest to home, which happened very recently, because I think we should talk about it. The attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. What are our thoughts, guys?
My thoughts are really complicated.
Yeah,
So-
a lot.
It's not anything we should be and alienate half of our audience with a stupid comment. Let's be careful and observational about this. Let's go.
All right.
Assassination bad. That's all we need to say.
Yeah, I really don't
Yes.
I don't like political violence in my own country, and I wish it would stop.
You know what
I
I
just
think?
don't like violence in my country. I think we should all hug it out.
Yeah, why can't we
I
just
think that we
high-five
should
and
get
be
rid of
friends?
all.
What if we just all promise to be really cool and no one's in power?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Honestly, I'm for a. What did you call it? It was a lotterocracy, where basically every single
Lotocracy.
person in power is
Yeah.
chosen from random number of people. Like, just spin that wheel. That's the
Oh,
only
yeah.
true.
Also, I like how you said,
Get out.
what did I call it? Like I invented it. Like, it's old as ancient
I
Rome
didn't-
is.
You're the one who enlightened me to that term.
Yeah, it's a good term.
That's a good term. It fits it very well. But like, here's the deal: if you want to be a politician, you're already a bad person. If you're trying to be a politician, you're instantly a bad person. So the only people that should be in power are not want to be, which is why we need to implement a randomized picking system.
That is
It'll be like getting
actually-
drafted.
That's
Well, you're
part of
doing
the
other
reason
work,
that
you're saying-
ancient Rome did it.
In other words,
Ancient-
you're saying that people should be hit with jury duty type stuff where they have to become a politician?
To be
Yeah,
honest,
it's like, are you
that would
coming
be
in-
annoying.
I gotta be the president for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you were drawing
Oh,
names
shucks.
from a hat, if you were drawing names from a hat, that's a really big hat.
It'd be a
you just
giant
kinda-
wheel.
You go, all right, guys, let's pick a random person. You break it down. First, you pick letters, so you get first letter for the first name, first letter for the last name. Then you go, all right, we grab that group of people. Then you pick at random
Well,
from.
it's so biased then.
No. What you do is you start out like this. You go, all right, guys, we're going to pick one random person to be president, and we're going to break it down like this. You first spin a random wheel, and it says, okay, so this person's going to have a name that starts with the letter D and ends with the last name that starts with L. And then you go, okay, so which state should this person from? You spin the wheel, okay, Nebraska. That narrows it down to 6 people. Then you just pick from one of those 6 people. You spin the wheel one more time and pick from them.
That is
Yeah.
so biased. Like people that have like a last name with the letter Q, there's like so few people, and it has like the same chance as all the other letters. Like,
You're right. That would not work at all. Never mind.
I
Just
think
pick at random the 400,000 people or 400 million people in this country.
I think we should have a giant wheel with 400 million names.
Yeah, honestly, we should get rid of the age limit to be president. I think a 6-year-old should be able to be president.
I mean, if
think,
we all
that would
vote
work
for
out
him,
great.
that's our fault.
in my personal opinion, I think we need to change the age limit to put a limit to how old you can be. No, hang on. What I'm saying is there needs to be a limit on how old you can be before you are no longer qualified to be a president due to being old.
I think you need to be named at least 3 video games that have come out in the last 20 years.
I have an idea.
What?
What's that?
What if you chose 2 people at random, and then had them run against each other, so the people would still have a little bit of say. And
Yeah,
I like that.
Why are you so
the people who are running can, prepare themselves and then state what they're gonna do, and then
Lightning.
James,
I actually really like that idea, James.
that is so, genius.
Guys, we have a country.
I know.
We do that out on a small scale.
We could try that.
Also,
Guys,
side note, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My power just went out.
Uh-oh.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't have any power.
All right. Well, is that gonna put an end to the podcast
Oh, yeah.
today?
I'm standing in
Yeah, I
a
think this is a good end.
Yeah, it's been 37 minutes so
standing in
far,
a-
so let's just call it there.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of season 2 of You Can Call Me Jim podcast. We'll see if we can do this again, depending on if everyone is still alive by the next time, because I think we have Boeing, the U.S. government, and God himself coming after us. Goodbye.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.